in 10 minutes. People's Bank Digital Banking, your ultimate convenience.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Danushka Madhavala and read by Niranjan Abesundara. Heavy rains expected for several areas in the country today as well. It is stressed that Capital Market Club concept of the President is a good investment for the future of the country. Applications for university admissions will be accepted from Thursday. A new project initiated to clean the Bera Lake. Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau to provide financial support to build houses for migrant workers. In world news, Morocco earthquake death toll surpasses 2,000. Sports news, a Super 4 round match of the Asia Cup between India and Pakistan will be played in Colombo today. Water levels of several rivers have increased after rains experienced during the past few days in several areas. But many areas in the country are experiencing dry weather, and those areas did not receive any rain. Water average level of reservoirs of the dry zone remained at 26% of the total capacity. Irrigation Department requests the public to use water sparingly. Many departments say showers will occur at times in the western, Sabaragamuwa, southern and northwestern provinces and the Kandy and Norelia districts. Fell heavy showers above 50 millimeters are likely at some places in the western Sabaragamuwa provinces and the Puttalam, Galle and Mathura districts. A few showers may occur in Manna, Vavuniya and Anuradhapura district itself. Showers may occur at several places in the Uva province and in the Batticaloa Ampara districts during the evening or night. Fairly strong winds about 45 km/h can be expected at times in the western slopes of the Central Hills, northern, northeast, central and northwestern provinces and in the Trincomalee and Hambantota districts. CEO of the Colombo Stock Exchange, Rajiva Bandaranaike, says that the Capital Market Club concept of the President is a good investment for the future of the country. Student population of the country is the best category to increase financial literacy. In strategic move towards a developed Sri Lanka by 2048, President Wickremesinghe emphasized the dual importance of technology and financial literacy for the next generations. Speaking at the inauguration of the Capital Market Club program in Kandy's Nuguala Central College recently, President Wickremesinghe disclosed key plans for this transformative journey. Among the President's notable announcements was the inauguration of the Central Bank's report into schools for discussion. To facilitate this, Central Bank of Sri Lanka is set to introduce a comprehensive training program for teachers and student leaders. This initiative aims to bolster awareness of the stock market and enhance financial literacy among students across the nation. Chairman of the University Grants Commission, Professor Sampath Amaratunga, says applications for university admissions will be accepted on Thursday the 14th of this month. Professor Amaratunga said handbooks containing the applications are available at authorized bookshops for purchase. A period of 3 weeks to be given to the relevant students to direct their applications online. Further details are available at the website www.ugc.ac.lk. The government has planned to enroll a total of 45,000 students in the state universities for the academic year 2022-2023. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Next Gen Lifestyle set agum Digital Banking Partner People's Bank.
The new project of cleaning the Bera Lake has been started under the leadership of the Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. Nano bubble technology will be used to clean the lake for the first time. Accordingly, it is stated that the amount invested for this pilot project, which will be effective for 20 years, is $3 million. The initial capital investment and technical know-how of this project will be provided by a private company in Japan, and under this project, 40 water purification machines will be installed. Minister of Labour and Foreign Employment Manusha Naikara states the Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau will provide financial support for the housing project started to migrant workers. The project is implemented by the Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau jointly with the National Housing Development Authority. A progress review meeting regarding the cabinet paper to be presented to the cabinet related to the housing project was held recently at the Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau under the chairmanship of the Minister Manusha Nayakkara and State Minister of Urban Development and Housing Tenuka Widanagamage. Through the website www.slbfe.lk of the Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau, a survey was conducted regarding the housing needs of expatriate workers. The result, Minister Nayakkara's special attention to the problems identified from the survey, preliminary plans were prepared to implement a housing project. So rounds of discussions relating to the housing project have been held with Urban Development and Housing Minister Prasanna Ranatunga and State Minister Tenuka Widanagamage. That was local news.
Enjoy seamless shopping. Open LCs, settle bills and transfer funds instantly, anywhere and anytime. With People's Bank Digital Solutions, you're empowered to do more, whenever and wherever you want. Unlock a world of modern banking conveniences with People's Bank, your next generation digital banking partner. People's Bank.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Minister of Plantation Industry Dr. Ramesh Pathrena said that it is the duty of all responsible people in the country, including the opposition, to protect the free healthcare system created through the free education. Dr. Pathrena told Parliament on Friday that drug allergies were not only reported today but also several years ago, and the current drug allergy should not be used to achieve the political goals of the opposition. Deaths due to drug allergies occurred even from 2015 to 2023. 12 deaths in 2015, 8 deaths in 2016, 12 deaths in 2017, 12 deaths in 2018, and 19 deaths in 2019, 13 deaths in 2020, and 13 deaths in 2021. He said that such kinds of deaths are reported not only in this country but in other countries too.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
On to Watch Live, the health sector has warned about the increasing mosquito breeding grounds with the commencement of the rainy season. Therefore, they request public keep their premises clean and free from mosquito breeding places. Schools, state and private institutions should pay a special attention in this regard. Well, that came to you in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
It's the power to live life your way. The power to be a trendsetter. Power to you with digital banking from Commercial Bank. Commercial Bank. Our interest is in you.
Morocco earthquake death toll surpasses 2,000. UK and US praise G20 declaration, but Ukraine upset. Escaped terror suspect General Khalifi is in police custody after arrest. Death toll from a powerful earthquake in Morocco has soared to more than 2,000, with similar number of people injured. Intermediaries said more than 2,000 people have serious injuries, and heaviest casualties are in provinces just south of Marrakesh. Fearing aftershocks, many Moroccans have opted to stay outdoors for a second night, sleeping on the streets. The epicenter was in the high Atlas Mountains, and there are reports of entire villages flattened in remote areas. Through information continues to emerge. Rescuers searching for survivors dug through the rubble of collapsed houses in remote mountain villages of Morocco on Saturday as armed forces were pressed into action in the wake of the country's deadliest earthquake in more than 60 years. Authorities declared 3 days of national mourning. World leaders are meeting in Delhi for the second and final day of the G20 summit. The summit is marked by the absence of Russia's Vladimir Putin and China's Xi Jinping. Day one saw big moments, including the African Union being made a permanent member of G20. G20 President India also announced that a consensus was reached on a joint declaration to be adopted at the end of the summit. The agreement talks about human suffering in Ukraine but does not directly condemn Russia. Indian PM Narendra Modi will hand over the G20 presidency to Resident President Luis Inacio Lula da Silva. Terror suspect General Khalifi remains in police custody after being arrested in northwest London on Saturday. 20-year-old was apprehended by a plainclothes officer who pulled him from a bicycle off a canal to a path in Northolt area. Arrest followed a 4-day search after Mr. Khalifi's escape from a Wandsworth prison. It said that he had been arrested on suspicion of being unlawfully at large and on being an escaped prisoner. The former soldier was detained yesterday about 14 miles from a prison he escaped on Wednesday morning. Police had offered a reward of up to £20,000 for information leading to his arrest, and detectives said they had received more than 100 calls from people offering information. The reward has not yet been claimed. And that was World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
This message is for all the kids between the ages of 4 and 16 who love to draw. Commercial Bank's Arunalu Sittam is back once again. This time, the competition is also open to Sri Lankan kids currently living abroad. First, second and third place prizes will be awarded along with special merit and merit certificates. For more information, visit the Commercial Bank website. We have so many prizes to be won.
Go ekak tiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account. NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Transport, Highways and Mass Media Minister Dr. Bandar Gunawardhan told Parliament on Friday that a new lightweight barrier system designed within this country at the lowest cost will be introduced to prevent accidents at unprotected rail crossings. He said National Council for Road Safety will be providing 70 million rupees for the endeavour, and the rest of the money is expected to be collected from the Minister's office. The minister said that an experiment was carried out at the Godgama railway station and the last person per day to introduce a new system to the accident-prone limb points in the Kalni Valley railway line, and it was successful.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak tiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account. NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
On to sports news, a Super 4-round match of the Asia Cup between India and Pakistan will be played in Colombo today. The match will be played as the day and night encounter and will commence at 3:15 p.m. American teenager Coco Gauff fulfilled the potential she has long promised by landing her first Grand Slam title with a fight-back win over Aryna Sabalenka in the US Open final. Gauff said the six started slowly in front of an expected home crowd but grew in confidence to wear down second seed Sabalenka in New York. Gauff 19 clinched 2-6, 6-3, 6-2 win on the delirious Arthur Ashe Stadium. That was sports news. And on to economic news. United Arab Emirates has informed the Sri Lankan government that it is seeking to launch a petroleum trade in East Asia with Sri Lanka as the centre. The UAE made an announcement during a discussion with the President's Chief of Staff Sagar Ratnayaka. Ambassador of Sri Lanka to United Arab Emirates Khalid Nasser Al-Amari met Ratnayaka at the President's office recently and informed him about several planned UAE investments in Sri Lanka. Disclosed during the discussion that the fuel export activities in East Asia were primarily centered on Sri Lanka. Fuel from UAE is to be imported and stored in this country and sold in the countries of the East Asian region.
Weather report.
Showers and showers will occur at times in the western, Sabaragamuwa, southern and northwestern provinces and Kandy and Norelia districts. While heavy showers will be above 50 millimeters are likely at some places in the western Sabaragamuwa provinces and the Puttalam, Galle and Mathura districts. A few showers may occur in the Manna, Vauni and Rajpura districts. Showers and showers may occur at several places in the Uva province and the Batikalo, Ampara districts to the evening or night. For the strong winds up to 45 kilometers hour, we expect sometimes to the western slopes of the hills, northern, north central and northwestern provinces and the Trincomalee and Hambantota districts. And back to the headlines of the news, heavy rains expected for areas in the country today as well. It stressed the Capital Market Club concept of the President is a good investment for the future of the country. Applications for university admissions will be accepted from Thursday. The new project took initiative to clean the Beira Lake. Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau to provide financial support to build housing for migrant workers. In world news, Morocco earthquake death toll surpasses 2,000. In sports news, a Super 4 round match of the Asia Cup between India and Pakistan were played in Colombo today. With that, we end the local news from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, time of 1:30, and at 2 p.m. let's enjoy music with lunch.